Welcome back to Solynod Hex, everyone. Today we're holding session number 467, and today's session is sponsored by our generous donors and patrons. Thank you very much, donors and patrons, for your generous pledges and donations. We wouldn't have dynamic lighting without you. Today, at this time, players, if you haven't already done so, go ahead and add 467 points to your player character for showing up on time. Thank you very much for showing up on time. And as you'll notice, the players have decided to change the order of march into a delta formation, placing the more powerful celestial characters at the three corners of the triangle, with Anatar taking point, and Yang being kind of like in the rear center middle-ish, with Gargamond riding. And Shield Bear's other. So it looks like you, the Paladin, Zalmond, the Paladin, and Varen are pretty much the only characters that use shields proper. And then Musashi uses a special type of shield called a kote, which is essentially like a set of armored sleeves that go over his samurai armor. And it essentially counts as two bucklers. So the armor class bonus of having two bucklers does not stack, right? But he's able, normally a buckler can only deflect one attack per round. So after taking one attack, a buckler wearer is then shieldless for the rest of the round. And actually, you're supposed to choose which attack you use your buckler to deflect. So you are shieldless until you choose to use it. And then you can only use it once per round. Musashi, being that he is essentially wearing two bucklers, is able to choose two attacks per round that he wants to use his shields to deflect. And his kote are magical, so he gets a pretty hefty bonus for using them. And from what I've noticed, he usually uses them against the first two attacks that he takes each round. And then after that, he is technically shieldless. So bucklers are the only, as far as I recall, the only shield that's like that. The rest of them, from small shield up to body shield, can deflect. They can be used against unlimited attacks per round. Maybe I'm wrong about the small shield. That might be like 2 attacks per round, something like that. But each shield also has essentially a facing. So like a medium shield can be used against creatures only in the 3 squares in front of you and not your flanks. I think because the target shield, the buckler, I think because it's on your wrist, like it's actually attached to your wrist, I think it can be used against your flank on the side where it's attached to your arm. I could be wrong about that. It might just be the 3 squares in front of you. But body shields, they actually, if they're technically one size larger than you, they actually wrap around your body slightly and block the flank on the arm to which they're attached. So if you're left-handed, if you're right-handed and you have a body shield attached to your left arm, the body shield defends you from the front 3 squares and the flank on your left side. Noted, shield bearers can also form shield walls, which is incredibly powerful versus missile fire and holding action for enemy engagers. Not sure how often we'd implement that, but it's something to keep in mind. Small 2, medium kite 3, large body 4, 3 front, 1 shield flank. I don't know what those numbers mean.
It's for the number of attacks
Oh.
your attackers.
Oh, number of attackers. Okay,
Yeah,
like
number of attackers.
the squares from which, yeah, they would launch attacks. Okay. All right, so let's go back out into the wilderness. We are still in Central Adria, but you're pretty close to leaving. Whoops, we need to be in world maps. World maps, there it is. And Adria Central. And as you can see, you guys have uncovered a lot of this map so far. For the world maps, I do use exploration mode, so you can remember where your characters have been. And as you uncover the map with your vision, it will push back the fog of war so that you can see where you've been and remember the terrain and whatnot. All right, so as you can see, you're in quite a heavy... Oh, wait, no, this was light forest. That's right. There is Lake Shimamomi right here. And then on the other side of the lake, just barely, in your vision, you can see Shimamomi Flats. And currently the plan was to travel southward around Lake Shimamomi, hugging or skirting the coastline, and cross into Shimamomi Flats, which is a rocky desert, and head east from there through the desert. And right over here, you can see an active volcano. So it's spewing. At night, you can see lava spewing into the sky, and during the day, you can see smoke coming from Mount Kata Okan, where the fire temple is at. So that's explained by Lao Tzu. You can see the glaciers on this map now. I've made the glaciers give off light so that you can see them naturally from a distance. So there's a glacier here, a glacier over here, and a glacier over here. I think there's only 3 glaciers on this map. Oh, there's a fourth one over here. So by sighting these glaciers, you can kind of tell where the mountain ranges are, but you won't be able to see the mountains until you get within range, obviously. But the glaciers are so high, you can see them from miles and miles and miles off, just like in real life with the taller mountains. You know, you can see Mount Everest from, 100 frickin' miles away, and then the mountains around it you can't really see until you get a little closer because they're much lower. So it's just the super tall mountains you can see from that distance. Okay. So it looks like I left a note saying, let's see, Astro Jim and Varen are carrying shields. Yeah. Yeah, Jim. I forgot about Jim. And then there's also Zalamond, carries a shield. I left a note saying that the party still gets another 11 miles of travel through the forest after 1 p.m. encounter on October 11th, 1185. The 1 p.m. encounter. So we'll handle that right now. And you're in the forest, obviously. Let's see. Encounter maps. temperate forest, and I think we were on this one here. So there's currently a storm with precipitation, and you enter kind of a spookier part of the forest. Okay. There we go. All right. So at 1 p.m. the sun would be out. But this part of the forest is a little spooky. There's a mist on the ground. Daylight mode on. There we go. All right. Huh. Some of the tokens didn't carry over.
I see all mine at least.
What is going on here? Okay, it looks like I'm running into a few issues that may or may not be Discord activity related. Looks like I'm unable to turn daylight mode on this map. I'm going to try one more time, and then if that doesn't work, I'm going to close the activity and come back in. So daylight mode on, save settings. And actually, I'm going to turn animations off on the map layer. Once again. Okay, try turning daylight on now. Alright, that looks like a no-go, so I'm going to exit the activity and come back in. Man, does that load fast. Okay, it's still loading. If this doesn't work, I'm just going to switch back to Chrome. This was supposed to be a test session anyways for Discord. Roll20 as, as an activity in Discord. Okay, my map is loaded in. And wow, could everyone please delete all their tokens? If you click on the map and then hit Control A, it will select all of your tokens, and you can hit backspace, and it will still. Okay, there we go. Now hopefully this will work. Okay, since I reloaded, I no longer have them on my clipboard, the tokens, so I have to go back to the landing page, copy them all again. Weird. There's a bunch of stuff on the screen that's been drawn. So, okay, I'm just going to put all these tokens onto the GM layer and delete whatever somebody drew on the landing page. So if you guys could please refrain from drawing on the landing page, that would be awesome. I don't know who, but it's kind of slowing me down here. Oh, it's a broken image. Interesting. I'm able to see those in Discord. Okay. So, all LO. Put him back in GM layer. Select all. Copy. Alright. I'm coming back to the page. That's interesting. It was a broken image that was off the page. No telling how long it's been there. Okay, hopefully I'm able to... Nope, still can't see all the tokens. Okay, if you could please select all your tokens and delete them. I'm going to try one more thing. I'm going to turn off animations on my end. And there's still a few tokens. There we go. Okay, graphics. Disable animated graphics. Okay, now I can't really see anything. I think turning off animated graphics kind of glitched me a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna call it an L and just switch back to Chrome entirely. I don't think this is really playable for a GM. It's great for players probably. I'll use it on my Friday game when I'm a player, but I'm not going to DM with this until they fix some issues.
It was worth trying, right?
Yeah. It's kind of sad it took like maybe 45 minutes to say, nope, not doing it. We ran into so many issues with it. It is a brand new feature, so, I mean, it just came out like 3 or 4 days ago. As far as I know. Okay. And change window capture back to Google Chrome. It's weird I'm still able to hear the music though. Like the music didn't stop for me when I left the activity. Wow, as soon as I come in Chrome, I can see all the tokens. That's crazy. The only thing that's good for is finding broken tokens, I guess. You know, broken images. So I'm going to turn animation back on in Chrome. And I'll keep the map static for now. Alright, so you come to a part of the forest where the ground is misty. You can't see it. It's like such a thick fog on the ground. The trees are thin and spindly. And you can see a lot of, ground cover. There's like vines sticking up through the mist. And you can see that some of them are bearing flowers. Are you able to see your tokens? I'm not seeing them now.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I did
Oh, that's
for a
right.
second.
That's right. I have to recopy them because I'm in Chrome. I switched to Chrome. Okay. So, copy. And counter maps. Temperate forest. Alright. And daylight mode on. Save. And it actually saved. Okay. I couldn't do that in Discord. Couldn't save dynamic lighting settings. Alright. So, the forest is as I described a moment ago. There is a mist covering the ground. You can kind of hear that you're walking on, grassy, kind of leafy forest floor. It's fall now, so there's like a crunch of the leaves, as your mounts. Yang just disappeared.
He's not here right now, remember?
That's right. Okay. Okay. Um, forgot about that. All right. And yeah, the trees are thin. They're only about 5 feet thick here. And so they're pretty spindly. It's almost like they're a little unhealthy. And let's see. Okay. Oh, right. We'll roll for surprise here. Enemy's modifier surprise the party is going to be +0. Party's modifier surprise the enemy. You're probably going to give them a bonus of +1 because there's more than 10 of you, but I don't think there's quite 20. Alright, so no one is surprised. And forest. Alright, so off to the southwest, Anatar, you can see plain as day. Oh, you know what? I need to put you guys onto actual grid squares. Okay, nobody's stuck in a tree or anything, are they?
Doesn't look like.
Not that I can see. Nope.
Okay, Anatar can see down to the southwest. This creature. Let's see. Shifty. And its possible mate. And these creatures are coming towards you at a high rate of speed. At about a movement rate of 15. And they do have wings. They're not flying right now. They appear to have a tough exoskeleton. And they have two like pincher-like claws, but they are jointed in reverse. So they're obviously giant mantises. And their pinchers are jointed in the front rather than the back. So they're like L-shaped rather than C-shaped or clamp-shaped. And yeah, they look hungry and kind of pissed or whatever. So what do you do?
Anatar is going to call out, and I saw some giant bugs headed our way. And I am checking my spell list real quick to see what I've got.
Are they Are they humanoid in nature, or they're just like big,
Insectoid.
like big bugs?
Straight up
Gotcha.
insectoid, yeah. Um,
Okay.
and it's
So
October 11th.
Varen has hold animal, which if it's within range, I will want him to cast. But let me check. Do you care if I roll the spell just to look at the range on it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
Um, oops.
Mm. Oh. Thought it was level 3. Oh, there it is. Yep. $240 feet. That's a lot of feet.
Yep, go ahead and everybody roll initiative.
Since I rolled the spell, I'll just keep that as his initiative.
Yeah, I might have deleted him. Yeah, I did. So you're going to have to roll it again.
I still see it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
On the turn order? Or in
Yes.
chat? Okay.
Turn order.
Weird. Let's see. I will refresh turn order by closing it and reopening it. Do you still see it?
Still there? Yes.
Interesting. Could you delete your token, please, and redrop it?
Sure.
It's Anatar's token, yeah?
Varen.
Oh, it was Varen. Okay. Never mind. I thought it was Anatar. Because I asked you what Anatar was doing. And then you're like, Varen's doing this.
Oh, yeah. No, Anatar called out that there was something there,
Okay.
and then
Gotcha.
in response to that, I wanted to have Varen cast Hold Animal.
I missed that. Sorry.
No worries.
Yeah. Shandrick is also casting a spell.
And these mantises are about human size. They're about 5 feet tall. So a little shorter than your average human, I guess. And it's a normal round, so anyone that has true multiple attacks, let me know. And I will put you on the tracker twice. I'm currently putting the mounts to the rear so that the riders appear to be riding them.
I like that different armored horse you found for me.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you about that. So there's new horses now. There's only 3 of them. There's
Stands
this kind of there's this kind of purple and gray one. There's like a blue and gray one, and there's like a black and gray one. I gave the black and gray one to Tenzi because I only did these for the actual barded horses. So in the party there were only 3 barded horses, and I think 2 of them are dead now.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it was the bartered horses that got toe up. Does anyone need multiple attacks?
Anatar so far, please.
Anatar. And for some reason, daytime did not go to the back. There we go.
I'm
Anatar.
pretty sure Moen is 3 for 2. So that means he gets 2 next round. Is that right? Is that how it works?
Moen is level 6,
Yeah,
and
he's a
he
specialist.
is a high master of the two-handed axe.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he should have 3 per 2.
And another for Karen Wood, please.
Okay.
I forgot to roll fitness.
And one for Astral when you get a chance.
And is anyone still rolling? Oh, it looks like Ashriel's multiple attack hasn't been populated yet. So sorry for the delay right at the beginning of the session. At least it was just right at the beginning of the session. I wanted to test out that functionality of that Discord activity of Roll20, and it did not go very well. For our viewers, if you didn't know, DMing in the new Discord has a new activity that allows you to run Roll20 in Discord, and it is impossible to DM on Roll20 activity in Discord. It was worth testing. I'm sure it'll get better over time. Yeah, it'll probably get better. I give it like, a year or two. They'll probably treat it like they treat their voice chat. They're just like, well, I don't know what the problem is. What kind of computer are you running? And everybody's like, no, dude, it doesn't work when you have more than 6 people. It will run 6 people, and that's it. And it's been like that for 10 years. It just don't work. Is anyone still rolling? Okay. So I'm sorting the tracker. So time now is 1 p.m. October 11th, 11 AE5. There are, a few sun breaks coming through from the sky above. You can see the where the shadows of the trees are. And for the most part, this area of the forest is kind of dark, other than, in between these kind of spindly trees where the sun breaks through. And I'm gonna try turning on the animated map assets again. Animation loop. And animation play. And immediately it interferes with the music. Yeah, so no. Alright, first up is Matthias.
Alright, well, I was going to attack, but I don't really want to overextend myself, especially when I see the other two getting ready to cast spells at him. So I'm just going to dismount and move between the caravan and the bugs.
Okay, so you doesn't. Okay, so apparently you rolled initiative for your longsword. So if you take any other action but use your longsword, you're going to have to wait till the end of the round. So that includes dismounting. Because you used the initiative bonus of +3 for your longsword to act. So the speed is different if you're going to dismount. So you'll have to wait till the end of the round to dismount. Unless you go ahead with your plan and use your longsword. It's up to you.
I'll just hold till the end of the round.
All right. And Shandrak.
Shandrak has line of sight to launch a fireball right between those suckers.
Very nice. Okay. I love it when players use fireballs because it speeds up the game. I don't know about you guys, but I like a quick game. So, Wizard 3, fireball, and go ahead and move it to anywhere where the center of the fireball is in Shandrak's line of sight.
Yeah, there we go. Let's get with me.
Right there. Okay. And it looks like you hit both giant mantises. And did you roll damage yet?
Yeah, do you see it? It
Yep,
should be
32.
32.
I had to scroll down. So I will... Oops. That's map layer. I'm going to roll individual saving throws. And check for magic resistance first. None. Okay.
I'd be impressed if
Save
that's a magic
versus
resistance.
Spell. No modifier. They count as Warrior 12. Not multi-class, not triple-classed. The one on the right fails and takes 32 damage and survives your fireball.
Oh, alright.
The one on the left, save versus spell, no modifier, Warrior 12. Not multi-class, not triple-classed. Also fails. So their target number was 10 or higher. The first one, the one on the right, rolled an 8. The one on the left rolled a 3. So they both took 32 damage and survived your fireball. You get 150 points divided among both your classes. So that's 75 per class for
Nice.
casting fireball. Ashriel.
Asheville will fly forward. Here and guard this spot.
All right, Varen.
He's gonna cast Hold Animal at them, and since it's 2 animals, they're gonna get their saving throw at a -2.
Hold animal. Area of effect 3 5,600-pound mammals and or 1,400-pound non-mammals in a 40 by 40 by 40 cube. So yeah, they're probably less than 1,400 pounds. That's insects are supposed to be really light for their size. And saving throw negates. One animal gets -4. 2 animals get -2. Okay. So the one on the right, save versus spell at -2. Enter and warrior 12. Enter, not multi-class, not triple-classed. Okay, the one on the right is held. Its target number was 12 or higher. Their base obviously being 10, so with a -2, it raises up to 12. And on saving throws, you have to roll equal to or higher than the target number. And he rolled a 10, so he is, well, I don't know what sex really. It's held, so that's what, the grapple, I think? Yeah. And the one on the left, save versus spell at -2. Enter warrior 12. Not multi-classed or triple-classed. That one saves, the one on the left. So was that a slotted spell?
Yes.
Okay.
But he doesn't get XP for that.
Oh, that's right, because he's a fighter. I always forget that. Next up is Ryer.
Let's see.
So Asuras are weird. They're technically his class is fighter, but he gets priest spells. But because he's a fighter, he doesn't get the experience point bonus for casting priest spells that a priest would.
So Ryer's gonna come up a little ways, and then he's gonna. So that was 10 of his movement, and he's going to wait from there.
Okay. Next up is this giant mantis on the right, which is held. And next up is Jim.
Jim rolled for his club, and he's just going to kind of stay with the horses and attack if anything comes toward them. I'll put a weight on him.
Understood. Next up is Karen Glor.
Let's see. Yeah, Karen Glor will kind of do what Ryer's doing. Come up that direction as far as his horse will carry him, and attack if something gets in range.
All right, Bombosa.
15. Bombosa is going to duck behind one of these mounts and attempt to hide in shadows.
Definitely can do that. The horses are larger than he is, so he's able to take concealment behind a horse and try to hide in shadows. These skills, hide in shadows. And Zalmond.
Zalman rolled for charge.
Outstanding. And
So-
he's got a heavy lance, yeah?
Yep.
Nice.
And on Ruckus, he can go 27 squares, which is enough to get right up on this guy here. He can stay a square away with his lance. And
Yeah, I think the lances have a reach of 2. So you get +2 to hit. And it does double damage because it's charge. That might be programmed into his lance attack damage, not attack. Heavy lance charge. Nope, you actually have to type in *2 as an adjustment. All right. The mantis obviously does not carry a shield, so it's shieldless. And AC 5 matches AC 5. It is a medium creature. And it looks like you rolled 2 on the d8 plus 1 is 3 times 2 is 6 damage. So your charge only causes 6 damage and is not enough to kill him.
Correct.
Do you want to follow through with trampling or anything like that? Because I'm sure you still have movement left.
I don't know if I have enough. Double check.
Because your movement rate is multiplied by 150%.
Yeah, I can go 4 more. So yeah, he will try trampling him.
Okay. The mantis gets an attack of opportunity. And it will use its... I think the bite does more damage. And of course, attacks of opportunity are at the rear AC. So shorter melee, same elevation, and no modifiers because the modifiers are built into the actual AC. 1 versus AC 6 is a hit. And Ruckus takes... he's a large creature, yeah? So 11 damage.
Yeah.
And then the Mantis gets a saving throw versus paralyzation. Or else it is knocked prone. So save... Paralyzation... No modifier. I don't think there's any modifiers to the save. So Warrior 12. It actually passes the saving throw and is displaced out of the way of your wolf. Next up is Anatar.
I believe we can get there, so let's check that out. That's 12.
Did we get a new subscriber?
14. 15. Sweet. Oh, and I did forget to mention, so sorry for those who didn't hear, but we are, anyone who was under the effects of Hero's Feast is under that effect right now. So he's going to make this attack with a +1.
Yeah, Hero's Feast gives you the effect of a bless spell for like, what?
12 hours.
12 hours? Okay. And just to reiterate, Bless does not stack with Prayer or that other one that Prayer stacks with.
And Recitation?
Recitation and Chant, yeah. Alright, so Anatar runs up and attacks with his longsword +3. The target is obviously shieldless. -11 obviously beats AC 5, and he causes 16 damage to the medium-sized Mantis, and it survives.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Next up is Brine Druid.
Brine Druid is in the air currently, so with a flying speed of 40, should just be able to take his 45-degree turn and get there.
And as a recap to flight rules, flyers can only move in the 8 cardinal directions. There's no like in-between squares.
Yeah.
Because turns are made in increments of 45 degrees. And you have to you have to fly at least half your movement rate to stay aloft.
Oh no, there's a tree!
If you're winged. Oh, you run into a
Actually,
tree?
I can back up. Well, no, I can avoid it. If I could start again, I'll try something else.
Okay.
Put it back where he was, and we're gonna go in an L shape. Okay, so it's here.
Watch out for that tree.
14, 16, and 45 degree turn. Always on.
People always say, "Oh, flight is so overpowered." No, no, it's not. Nope. If you follow the rules, you can end up smacking into objects and, you know, plummeting to your death when you lose so many health. And
3.
You're limited to certain angles of turning every round depending on your maneuverability class.
45 degree turn. 5, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30! Alright, we're gonna bite him.
Okay, it's a free attack. He's held. So.
Oh, I forgot that's the, actually, I forgot that's the grappled one. Is he more than 10 feet tall?
No, they're 5 feet tall.
Okay, he's just gonna fly over that one and bite the one that's not held.
Okay.
32.
This one will, I guess, turn to face. It is shieldless. 3 versus AC 5 hits, and you cause 21 damage to the mantis, killing it. Go ahead and describe how you do so.
It's, you know, chocolate-covered grasshoppers. So it's kind of like one of, like a crunch.
Okay, and combat is over because the last one is held for another like 19 rounds or something, and rules of coup de grace or execution in 2nd edition are as long as the rest of the combatants are sleeping, held, or dead, you can just walk up to any creature and just kill it by slitting its throat, stabbing it, running it through, breaking its neck, stoving its head in with your boot, however you choose. So next up is Asher and Company.
Yeah, so Anatar will just come over to this one and put it out of its misery.
All right. And of course, it dies hard. Die hard.
And then they'll just, I mean, they don't really look like they've got a lot of gold on them or anything, probably. Probably gonna head back to formation.
They didn't have any pouches or anything.
Yeah,
nothing like that. Okay.
yeah, they'll just head back to formation and go about our business.
Giant mantis. They are worth 2,000 points each. There are 4 player characters currently. Asher, you have 6 NPCs that gain XP?
Yes.
With you right now?
Yes.
All of them are with you?
Yes.
Alright, and then Tenzi, how many do you have?
1.
1. And then Chandrak, how many do you have?
3.
So 6 plus 1 plus 3, that makes 10. Number of creatures defeated was both of them, 2. They had 12 hit dice because they counted as level 12 fighters, obviously. And number of warriors and bards in the party. So Asher, how many warriors and bards do you have?
4.
4. Tenzi, how many warriors and bards?
1.
And Chandrak, how many warriors and bards?
2.
So 4 plus 1 plus 2 is 7. Oh, and then Matthias is a warrior, so that's 8. All right. And later on that day, at about 3 p.m., you find a part of the forest that's lush and green and beautiful. The ground is covered in thick vines. Oops, I gotta delete. This is the map where all the horses died. I mean, not all of them, but the 3 horses died. Okay. And again, you're headed south. So there are intermittent... Uh-oh, what's that? Oh. Alright. Gotta recopy all your tokens again. From the landing page. So there are intermittent boulders. Really big boulders. And even though it is fall, butterflies can be seen flying about these woods. Pretty sure it was 3 p.m. So I'm going to clear the tracker again. So 3 p.m. October 11th. And we'll take our first break. Just a quick 3-minute break. Starting now. Oh, come on. And we are back. I just had to run and grab a sugar-free Canada Dry real quick. I'm addicted to this stuff, I think. All right. And so you guys are walking along. It's about 3 p.m. Oh, go ahead.
My husband brought me some blackberry ale-8s a few months ago, and I can't get enough now.
Blackberry sounds good. Okay. Enemy's modifier to surprise you guys is going to be +0. They're not particularly stealthy. You guys actually grant them a +1 because there's so many of you. Okay, so the party is surprised. So, and the party actually rolled a 1. So anyone who has the ability to never be surprised or is only, I guess anyone who's only ever surprised on a 1, I think Tenzi's spell makes it so he's only surprised on a 1. But if Tenzi has +1 reaction...
Yeah, he has +2 to his reaction.
Okay.
And then also, Chandrak has that spell on him too. So that would still be in effect right now for him. So
which one? That's grace?
No, you're only surprised on 1, so if you got a reaction adjustment, you're not surprised.
Yeah, he definitely does. And then, so basically you have to have a bonus of +3 or more to your surprise rolls. So this is the tough one. Rolling a 1 is the tough one. So that's like, and it can be cumulative. So if you have, a dexterity bonus of +1, and you have a familiar that gives you, familiars give you +1, and you have the alertness proficiency, and you pass a check, that also works. And it looks like I parked some people on top of this boulder, so I'm just going to move everybody off of it. And then I'm also going to flip the mounts to the back.
Matthias, my cat's grace is only 1 point for you this time. And Tenzi, good news, because Ryer learned some spells. Zal Almond will get a +4 to his dex, and Ashra will get a +2.
Oh, dang.
And that's for dexterity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you actually physically changed your actual dexterity score for this.
Yeah. So then note whatever your surprise bonus will be now.
Yeah. And it's temporary, so don't change your actual notes in the dexterity notes section. Don't change that, but you do add +1 to your actual dexterity score, and then hit enter, and it will change your your reaction adjustment and all that. And then also it counts with proficiencies and any kind of dexterity check you have to roll. It also counts towards that. So that makes this character sheet super convenient because it self-populates when you change the actual score. And the way we program our proficiencies in, it also changes the likelihood of your proficiency procking or working or whatever. All right, so the party is surprised. Not everybody, but in general, the party is surprised. So that means that the encounter is gonna be super close. Whenever there's a surprise round. Okay, so encounter distance, one group surprised. All right. So right behind the group, there is, let's see, what appears to be a Birdman. And he's little. He's like 2 or 3 feet tall. And you hear this like, caw, caw. You guys look back and you see this, right? And you're just like taken aback, like, what the fuck? And there's a few people in the party that are able to act, and the majority are not because they are surprised. So those of you who are, manage to evade being surprised, you can go ahead and roll initiative. Is there anyone on the tracker currently that's not supposed to be there? Like, is Anatar supposed to be there?
Antar is, and Asher is.
Okay.
You said you need a cumulative reaction adjustment of +3, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So that's all right. And
can Astral determine if it's evil before he decides on his action?
of course, yeah. If he's not surprised, yeah.
Yeah, he's not surprised. So yeah, he would like to see if it was evil first.
Definitely. There's this like murderous kind of like cannibalistic, well, maybe not cannibalistic, but definitely carnivore, wants to eat people type of vibe. And what the hell is going on with this thing? Okay. Maybe it's because I did it in Discord or something. Okay, that works. One second. Probably another technical difficulty linked to Discord. I think I just did this in Discord and that's why it's not working. I could also double check and make sure I saved the damn token, which I did not. Save the token to the sheet. So it'll be way easier if I just delete that, go to the page where I did the thing, find the token, hopefully it's still there. And it is not. Okay. So almost done.
Oh, just to be sure, I'm pretty sure I said it was 4 decks to Zalmond. It's actually 6. Just if I missaid that.
And at 3 p.m., we are still under the effect of Heroes Feast.
Very nice. Neat little trick I learned. Saving all the data to the character sheet so that the token can pick it up and you can fix tokens really fast. There we go. Weird. Why isn't that? It's very strange. I swear I did this last night. Okay. All right. And of course you get one action during a surprise round. And I will change the music to surprise round music. Okay. So time now is 3 p.m. October 11th, 11 AE5. And first up is Ryer. Ryer probably has enough decks to not be surprised.
He does. And so he turns to this creature, and he casts the spook spell at him.
Okay.
Save versus -6 or be afraid.
Enables the wizard to play upon natural fears that cause the target creature to perceive the spellcaster as someone or something inimical. Without actually knowing what this is, the wizard merely advances threateningly upon the creature. If the creature does not make a successful saving throw versus spell, it turns and flees at maximum speed as far from the wizard as possible, though items carried are not dropped. Okay. And you can see that it is in fact carrying a katana and a wakizashi.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets a saving throw versus spell at -6. So -6. It counts as Warrior 2. Wait a minute. Wait, no, that can't be right. Change that real quick. There we go. Reroll that spell save. So -6. Warrior 5. Alright, it fails. And it, you know, the top of its head gets cold and it grabs its face and its eyes turn oval and it opens its beak and it looks really scared and its legs start shaking. It is on the ground, even though the token's wings are flapping. It is on the ground. Next up, okay, let's see. So Varen, roll a saving throw versus probably rods. Roll a saving throw versus rods.
Okay. Give me 1 second to see if Hero's Feast gives you a bonus to saving throws. Cannot remember that.
Bless gives you a bonus to fear saves and morale checks.
Okay. Just do that straight.
Oh, it might make you immune to fear. I would read the...
Oh, it does.
It does?
Yeah.
Okay.
If this is a fear thing, then yeah, he's
It
immune.
is.
Which
It
he's
is.
immune anyway to fear.
Yeah, it's not fear. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. So he will roll that save. And actually, I think I might have taken him out of the hero's feast now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, roll a proud. Is already immune to.
Well, there's other benefits of Hero's Feast, like the isn't there? Doesn't it make you immune to poison? And there's like a bunch of
Yes.
bunch
But
of shit.
yeah, there were people who didn't fit who would benefit more.
Okay, so Varen can feel like his nose start to grow like Pinocchio, and then just shrinks right back down to size. And he's like, "What the fuck?" You know.
What
Yeah.
was that?
Matthias.
I think I'm still surprised, right? So am I able to even turn around at this point?
If you're still surprised, are you sure you're still surprised? Like you don't have +3 reaction adjustment from dexterity?
Where do I roll that?
It's on your character sheet when you changed your dexterity score. Because someone cast Cat's Grace on you and gave you a bunch of dexterity, right? And you changed your dexterity score? And
how do I know whether I'm surprised or not?
I rolled. So you have to tell me what your adjustment is. And you guys rolled a 1.
Okay, I thought it was something I had to roll.
No, you don't roll it, I do. I'm the DM. Huh?
+1.
+1? Yeah, you shouldn't even be on the turn order right now, so I'm just going to take you off. Ashrael.
You will fly over 5 feet in the air and attempt to attack this creature. This evil creature.
Yes, it will turn to face. Well, actually, no, it won't, because it's running away. It's like turning, it turned around that way. So it's facing straight north. So if you wanted to get like behind it, you could get even bigger bonus.
Fly straight towards him, so yeah.
Okay.
It is what it is.
And you will get shieldless flank. 0 versus AC 6 hits. It's a small creature, so you cause 12 damage. Minus 12. And Erdrin.
Okay, so Ashriel is now in melee with that guy, but is there somebody on top of this root?
That's not a root, that's a tree trunk. So,
Yeah, trunk.
I mean, you can...
I don't see a bar, but like, is there a person there?
No, there's nobody there.
Okay.
I mean, there could be somebody on the other side of it that you can't see. But if you want me to turn the tree trunks to where you can't see through them at all, to even know that they're a tree trunk, just let me know if it's easier. Because I can just go like... I can just go like that. And then you know it's a tree trunk, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I saw a token. It looked like there was a token or something on there.
Yeah, because that's what I'm asking. Because it looked like it was a cut tree stump, and it looked like there was somebody standing on it. Was there nobody
that
on
was
there?
probably when I was fixing that token.
Okay.
So, I mean, you can see that token in there?
It looked like there was. Not anymore.
Okay,
'cause
hold
it's
on.
black, but-
Hold on. Let's see. One way. Okay, can you see it now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can't see it, so I can't delete it. Sorry. It's
Okay,
not. It's
that's
not
fine.
there. I put it
Okay.
inside the tree because I forgot that the tree you could see into the trees to see that they are trees.
Okay. Well, in that case, would Erdrin be able to wait at the end of the surprise round to make a called shot?
It. Yeah, that's fine. Yep.
Okay.
As long as he
Yeah,
only
that's what
takes
he's
one
doing.
action per round, that's fine.
Mhm.
Per surprise round, that is. Sorry. Anatar.
Okay. 14 gets him here. Actually, here. And 15. Turn him around. That got a +1.
And you're attacking from the back, so 0 versus AC 6 hits. You cause 16 damage. And it dies. And so why? Oh, Anatar is Fighter 9 Mage 11. Are you sure it's not Fighter 10 Mage 11?
He got level drained a while back, so they're uneven.
Okay. Okay. Uh. Well, I guess that averages out to 10. So go ahead and roll a saving throw versus spell for Anatar.
Okay.
And
Save.
Ashriel is technically level 9.
8.
8, okay. Go ahead and roll a saving throw versus spell for Varen.
Does he get a wisdom adjustment?
No. Do you have any spell immunities? And also,
Wisdom.
does Ashriel have any spell immunities?
He is immune to cold, electrical, magic missile, petrification, poison, normal fire-based, and gas attacks.
Okay.
That was list number 1. List number 2 is death spells, energy from positive material plane, disintegration, life drain, poison, and gas.
Yeah.
Okay. So Tenzi can
Varen
roll a
is
save
immune to
versus spell. Immune to what?
Varen is to fear and doesn't breathe. If that matters.
Fear, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Ryer can roll a save versus spell.
Do we get magic resistant?
You do not.
And I got Tenzi has some immunities as well.
What are his immunities?
I'm gonna look. He has it for high wisdom.
Okay, so those are spells that affect the mind, which is like.
Yeah, I can't remember what they were. I didn't write them down.
Like level 1 and 2 illusions. Or is it just level 1?
Shandrak's a genius, so he's immune to level 1 and 2 illusions.
Yeah, just like mind affecting, cause fear, charm person, command, friends, hypnotism.
Oh, it's charm. It's not illusions.
Yep.
That's
For
right.
Yeah,
wisdom.
that's intelligence.
Okay. Shandrak, you don't. What's your spell immunities?
First and second level illusions. So if it's a regular invisibility, I could see it.
Yeah. So you don't even have to roll anything. And let's see who else. Not Jim. Not Karen Glore.
Asher also
Brian
has a
Druid.
high intelligence to not see through, or has to not be affected by first level illusions.
Okay. Brian Druid gets a saving throw versus spell. Okay, so anyone who is immune to second level illusions or who passed their save, you detect two invisible creatures well beyond the dead crow creature. So the dead crow creature is here. The two invisible creatures are here and here. So you detect kind of like it's a storm today. So I need to also turn on storm music. But you can see like the raindrops hitting some invisible creatures and then bouncing off. And also you can see the smudge of water running down some kind of invisible creature to the ground. And then you can see their footprints in the grass and leaves. Completely forgot to mention that it's a storm today, so I think all but large creatures are knocked out of the air. But you know, Ashrael could have just walked over there.
Yep.
All right.
Are we continuing the round? Or
Yes. So Shandrak.
Okay. Well, Shandrak will say, "There's two more up north," and then he'll start firing some magic missiles to show where they are.
And yeah.
So,
So your magic missiles don't even shoot out of your hand because you can't see them. Sorry, Tinsy.
but I do because I'm immune to. If I wait, you told me I could see them.
Well, you can detect them. Okay, yeah, true. That is true. Yeah. Do you want to shoot them at both?
I'd like to try to shoot 4 at one, and if it's still alive, I'll shoot the last one at the second one.
Okay, I will make them visible for the time being. So they, yeah. Everyone else detects invisible creatures. You actually see them because you're immune. Yeah.
So I'm taking the one on the right first.
Okay. And they look like this. Control Z. So they're kind of like smiling and like shushing themselves and looking around at each person, and they look kind of giddy, right? They are about 4 feet tall, so they're still small. And they have normal human faces, except their skin is red, and their noses are exceptionally long, like Pinocchio. And they have stunted, feathered wings between their shoulder blades. And they're wearing like fine Adrian clothes. And it looks like they're trying not to laugh. Like really hard. Okay, so you said you shot the one on the right 3 times?
Yeah. 3 so far. How's that look?
Okay, so that is 4, 7, 12 damage. 1 second. 4, 7, 12. Okay, so it's still up.
Alright, fourth one to the one on the right.
Still up.
And then 1 to the one on the left.
And that one is, of course, still up.
Yes. Chandrak's like, oh, there's 2 up there! And then you just see the missiles go where they're at.
Okay, Shandrak gets, what is that, 50 points divided among his classes for Magic Missile. And next up is Tenzi. Is Tenzi immune to first and second level? Okay. Do the missiles make them appear? No, they don't.
So he's going to cast. He's casting Vengeful Strike. That's what he rolled for, and he's casting it on Anatar.
Okay. Anatar. But you can see where they impacted, so you're aware that the creatures are there now. So next round you can roll initiative to attack invisible creatures. So attributes and abilities, add Vengeful Strike motes. And he gets how many motes?
16.
16 out of 16. Enter. Okay, I'm changing Anatar's red attribute on his token to Vengeful Strike motes.
Appreciate you.
And saving settings.
Anatar sees the motes flying above his head and like tries to poke him.
Yeah. And then Tenzi, what level spell is that?
That is 4th level.
4th level. So Tenzi gets 400 points. Asher.
Okay. Asher is immune to 1st level spells. Will she be able to see these things?
1st level illusions?
Yep.
No, because invisibility is a 2nd level spell.
Alright, cool. So she is looking around and not seeing anything. Is going to change her initiative to just, she's already using her ring, but she's going to try to slide off her horse and hide in shadows behind it.
Okay,
Since it's the end of the round. Let's do it now.
If you can pass a land-based riding horse check, I will also allow you to hide.
Alright, well, she'll just slide off then, because she does not have land-based riding horse.
Okay.
So she'll just dismount, and that'll be what she does.
Okay, next up is one of the humanoid Tengu. They are tricksters, so let's see. How about, let's see, Mad Moen is wearing full plate mail, yeah? Okay, yes
Yep.
he is. Alright, so Mad Moen needs to make a saving throw versus whatchamacallit, rods. And he's surprised, so he gets a -2. And I forgot, isn't Varen surprised too?
Uh-huh.
So he should have gotten a -2. So if you could re-roll that save with a -2.
Sure.
Okay, so Mad Moen makes his saving throw. His target number was 15, and he rolled a 17. Very nice. All right, Varen. Oh, yeah, Varen also gets magic resistance. No, that's for spell-like effects from magic items. This is definitely not a spell-like effect. So his target number was 5 or higher, and he rolled 19. So both characters saved. And that should be the... Oh, yeah, there were people that were waiting.
So Erdrin will now take a shot at the target that took four of those magic missiles.
Okay, that would be one on the right, and it is, of course, invisible. So that's a -4 to hit, and I'll make it apparent, so you can actually target it. So give me a -4 to hit. That's backstab or no?
No, he wasn't invisible.
Regular old. Okay, so that's a cumulative -8 because -4 for called shot, -4 for invisible target. And of course, there is a loud report. And a puff of smoke. Okay, the creature is of course shieldless, but 13 versus AC 4 is a miss. And I'll make him invisible once again. Alright, so normal combat round. Lottie-dottie, everybody gets to roll initiative. I'm going to turn off this stealth music. And it's going to be Adrian combat.
Shaking off his surprise, Varen calls to the group. I'll make them. I'll make it where you can see them.
Yeah, just a regular old dispel magic that's big enough to hit both targets. Has a chance of dispelling the spell. Ah, fairy fire, nice. Very nice. And who needs multiples?
Minotaur and a second character.
And Asher is invisible with her ring, but not stealthed, yeah?
Correct.
Okay.
Asheville will need a second.
Oh. Okay, Ashril gets second line. So it looks like Mad Moen has wheeled his horse around as a free facing maneuver.
Realized. Yeah, now that he hears apparently enemies are that way.
No rush, but I'm not seeing multiples yet. I didn't know if it was just me or we hadn't gotten to them yet.
Who needs multiples?
Minotaur and Karangler, please.
Okay. I didn't catch your transmission,
I'm
sorry.
I've been having some slow internet for a few weeks now. It is quite irritating.
Minotaur and Karangler. Hmm. Okay, is anyone still rolling or populating? All right. Oh, that's right. Okay. Uh. Yeah. It's one. And there's just one little thing I'm sorting out here. I'm almost done. All right. It's resolved. I'm sorting the tracker. All right. First up is actually one of the invisible humanoid Tengu. So he's gonna come up to Ashriel, and I don't think Ashriel was one of the people that could detect him.
True.
So let's see, attack. So shorter melee, same elevation, no mod, and Ashriel is facing west, so this is his shieldless flank. The Tengu rolls a 2. Wait a minute. The Thaco is wrong. That's right, okay. I think it was... They have Aberration Thaco, which is same as Beholders and... weird creatures like that. Okay. And of course I used the wrong thing. I'm supposed to use this. Oh. So shorter melee, same elevation, no mod. No mod. So shieldless flank. 0 versus AC -4 is a miss. And the next humanoid Tengu.
Does become visible?
Yes, he does, yeah. 1 second. Thank you for reminding me. And then this one also will attack Ashriel. Shorter melee, same elevation, no mod. Oh, wait. Supposed to give him a +4. I have to re-roll that one. So shorter melee, same elevation, +4 for being invisible. No mod to damage. Okay, so yeah, he hits for 10 damage to Ashriel, but wait. Does Ashriel have weapon immunity? Up to +2?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So the rules for that are...
They require a +2 or higher. To
Yep,
him.
yeah. And... Yeah,
Nice
I'll just say
decoy
that's...
work, Ashriel.
Yeah, that's gonna be a miss. And this other one, I guess we'll come straight up to Varen.
Baron did pass the check, so can he face?
Yes, and I will make the creature visible because he attacks Varen. It'll still be +4, but
Yep.
yeah, and then he becomes visible immediately after. So they have these fans that are folded up, and they are striking you guys with them. And they're wielding them.
Mortal Kombat?
They're wielding them like a katana. So shorter melee, same elevation, +4. Enter. Damage roll modifier +0. And that's front AC, so -6 versus AC -10 is a miss. Next up is Anatar.
Okay, Anatar is going to step onto this one's dead body. And
Oh, yeah.
slash. A +1 Hero's Feast.
Alright. They are shieldless. So -1 beats AC 4, you cause 18 damage. And he makes this like "Meow" sound as you hit him. Shandrak.
Okay, well, these guys have split up. Shandrak will try to launch a fireball at, well, really, the only one looks like he's got line of sight of is the one in front of him. The one that's in melee with Anatar and Ashrael.
And remember, you have to be able to see the center of your fireball. So,
Yeah.
Wizard. There you go.
Can you send in one more pip to the right?
If you can't move it to the right, that means you can't see it, and that's impossible.
Oh, it is going into the tree. I thought it might have been colliding with it.
As it should.
Okay. Well.
It looks like you got half its square.
Yeah. I think that'll be fine. I'll try that.
Okay. So, fortunately, yeah, you hit half his square, which means he has to make a saving throw. And did you roll damage?
Just did. That's a good one.
Nice. He fails a save, takes 41 damage, and dies.
Right.
Whoosh.
Can't take 41 damage? How squishy.
And let's see, Thickwood Tree versus Magic Fire. I'm gonna give it a +1 miscellaneous modifier because it's raining. Okay, so the tree just kind of like gets singed and doesn't catch on fire. And Shandrak gets 150 points divided by his classes for Fireball. And let's see. The fan will save as save his thin wood. 'Cause it's probably like lacquered. Yeah, it's probably like lacquered wood. Fan. Magic fire. Okay, so his fan makes the save and falls to the ground next to him. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Okay, the only images I'm getting are electric fans, so I'm just going to put an electric fan down. And I don't see it. There we go. Alright. Next up is Ryer.
Ryer will come around and approach this last apparent enemy and stab him with his javelin.
Alright. He will... Oh, he's behind you.
Well, yeah, let's see. Yeah, other way.
Huh.
There we go.
Alright, there we go. Alright, he is shieldless, 4 versus AC 4 hits. You cause 10 damage. Okay, Ashriel.
We'll move over to this other one. As he's on his way, does he detect evil on these creatures?
He does not. None whatsoever.
Then he'll take his time. Can he?
They seem very playful.
Okay. I don't think I like the way he played with that fan on me. So I will try to slash off his arm so he can't do that anymore.
Yeah. Alright, it's a back attack. 0 versus AC 4 hits, you cause 11 damage. With your Nodachi +3. And Tenzi.
Tenzi is dismounting his horse, and that's all he can do.
Alright, Airdrun.
Yeah, same for him. He's just dismounting and kind of taking cover behind this boulder.
Rindred.
Andrew was in flight, so he is going to take his 90-degree turn. He's going to just move a couple of squares so that he can descend to the ground. Then he's out of movement, so he'll just bite anything if it happens to come up to him, but I imagine it won't.
Did he move at least half his movement rate?
He took a couple of squares to descend from 10 feet to the ground, so he just landed.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, alright. Asher.
Asher is invisible but not stealthed.
So you can count Brian Druid's movement as a half move to descend to the ground, and he'll still have his half move of,
thank you.
yeah.
I will move him half of it in a second. Thank you. And Asher is going to try to attack. Is she going to get a +4 or backstab or anything like that?
So they do get a save versus spell. Warrior 10. So yeah, no, it detects your invisibility, but you do get back attack, and you do get +4 to hit because you're still invisible, even though it, knows you're there. You're still invisible.
Sure. And another +1 from Hero's Feast.
And then you do become visible no matter what.
Good. She wants him to see her.
Okay, it is a back attack. -6 beats AC 4. You cause 20 damage. Almost killing him. Next up is Bombosa.
He just rolled for movement, so he's gonna duck behind.
He's like, don't kill me! Don't kill me!
He ducks behind one of these mounts and attempts to hide in shadows. He's got a job. Keep mounts alive.
My pet just wanted to eat you. It was not my fault. I wanted to give you all big noses like me. Don't kill me. And you said Barbosa hid?
Yes.
Okay. Karen Glor.
Karen Glor wheels his horse around, and so in response to what that Tengu says, I want to ask a question because that's an action. But he says, throw down your arms, and I will accept your surrender.
Alright.
And he is going to move, but he's going to hold his attack.
He just goes, ha ha, fooled you!
Okay. Okay, so when he gets there, he says, you have been very irritating, and I shall put an end to it. He is going to take an attack with his longsword.
And you get a back attack. It is not going to turn because he's totally surrounded and would take an attack of opportunity anyways from somebody.
So Hero's Feast and Bladeswinging.
I mean, not totally surrounded, but virtually totally surrounded. Okay, -12 hits. Yeah, you cause 12 damage and kill him. And there is another fan on the ground. And combat has ended. And things return to normal ambience, other than the storm, obviously. And it's a pretty violent storm. So he drops to the ground. Deed. And there are 2 Tengu fans. So the Crow Tengu doesn't have any pouches, and neither do the humanoid Tengus, for that matter. No pouches, no nothing. They're just wearing clothes. They do look like fine, Adrian clothes, but I think everybody in the party is too damn big to wear them, because they're like the Crow Tengu is like 3 feet tall, and the humanoid Tengu are like 4 feet tall. So it would be like, a 6-foot adult trying to fit into a 4-year-old's onesie. It's kind of like you couldn't even get a leg in.
And that's just clothing?
Yeah, just their clothes. The Crow Tengu has katana and wakizashi in his dead hands. And then the humanoid Tengu each have a fan. And of course, this humanoid Tengu is completely burned, like his clothes are gone. His corpse is a smoldering carcass. But his fan survived, mystically, magically, and is still gripped in his dead, charcoaled hand. So that was Karenglor. These are all multiple attacks. Okay, so it's actually the end of the round. And then first up is Chandrak and Company.
Chandrak will say, bring those fans over here, and then Chandrak will cast a detect magic with his staff. And when he says that, Ryer will reach down and pick up the fan that's by him.
Wait, I don't see... Is Matthias on the turn order? I must have deleted Matthias. I don't see him. Matthias, if you could roll base size initiative, please. Sorry about that. I must have... Maybe I thought you were Zalmond or something, because the tokens are so similar. Sorry about that. So Chandrak casts Detect Magic and tells his henchmen to bring him the fans, yeah?
Yeah, and then Ryer and Moen will go pick up the fans.
Okay, so it's going to require writing checks to pick up a item off the ground while mounted. Okay. And then also it does count as picking up an item, so it's going to take a half move from the horses. But, out of combat you get double your movement, so it's like still have how much space left?
Well, in that case, neither of them have writing, so they'll both just dismount this turn.
Okay. And let's see, controlled by... There we go. controlled by Shandrak. And controlled by... Oh, whoops. Shandrak. So these fans are like a large version of those like dollar store lacquered wooden fans. You know, they have paper, you know, and the outside is made of wood and it's lacquered. I gave it the saving throw of the thin wood because for item saving throws, you're supposed to use the toughest material on the item as the item saving throw. So it was thin wood instead of paper, so that's why that one survived the fireball. So thin wood versus magic fire. The target number is 11 or higher, and I rolled a 14 for that. So now you have 2 Tengu fans. Next up is Tenzi and Company. Oh, I completely forgot Lao Tzu. So he's been with you the whole time. I just did not have him on the map.
Since Shandrak seems to have things under control, Tenzi will remount, as will Ashriel, and we'll just wait for them to gather the items.
All right.
Except for Zalman, he's going to do lay hands on Ruckus.
Very nice.
Keep forgetting Ruckus is injured.
He's in pretty good shape now.
Okay.
That's
Anything
a
else
good
for
one.
Tenzi? Yeah, you get twice your level in hit points
Nice.
from that.
How many uses per day?
1 right now, but once he gets to like level, like 20 or something, it goes up to 2, and then at like 24 it goes up to 3. And he also can cure disease by touch like once a week or something, and that goes up to like twice a week and then 3 times a week I think at the same rate.
He's up to 2 cure diseases a week.
2 cure diseases a week. Very nice. Anything else for Tenzi and Company?
That'll do it.
Asher.
Shandrak, can you ping Shandrak?
Oh, he's it's kind of over here.
Oh, I see
behind
him
the
now.
rock.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see him. So, in accordance with Shandrak's request, Asher's going to pick up this fan and bring it. Oh. Where's 2? Yeah, Asher will pick up this fan, which I don't think I have control over.
Oh,
and she'll bring it over
1
to
second.
Shandrak.
Thank you. Yeah, just set it down in front
So
of you.
Shandrak and Asher now have control of that fan.
Thank you. So she'll take the fan and she'll point it, kind of our standard operating procedure, away from any of our party members to try to keep from picking up on that sort of thing. And she'll back up, and Anatar will grab this fan, which I don't have control over.
Okay, I'll give you control of that as well.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate you.
And they're approximately the same length as a katana, you know, like 2.5 to 3 feet long.
I'll put it facing this way and back up to give Chandrak some room to do his thing. I think that'll do. I do need to put this in the treasure hoard. Yep, that's good for me.
Okay, Matthias and Company.
All right. Well, now that I get to do something, I guess Matthias turns around only to see 3 dead bodies,
Yeah.
people healed up, all the loot gathered up, gives out an unfulfilling sigh and puts his longsword back in the sheath. Says, "Good job, guys."
That'll change as soon as you get some henchmen and stuff. You'll have higher action economy, and you'll have a better chance of, you know, rolling first on initiative and all that stuff. Anything else for Matthias and Company?
Nah,
Okay. So end of round time now is 3:03 p.m. October the 11th, 11 AE5. There's a storm raging, and next up is Chandrak and Company. And why can't I hear the storm anymore? Did the storm turn off? No?
Chandrak will face due south and detect magic towards that fan.
Okay, you detect some, like, dim magic coming from the fan.
Okay.
Like the direction of the fan. Anything else for Chandrak's Company?
Yeah, my other people will start getting back on their horses.
Alright, Tenzi and Company.
I'm just going to wait for Chandrak to complete his business, and then we'll head out.
Alright, Asher and Company.
Brian Druid will walk over to where Chandrak is doing his thing. And he says, if no one wants these immediately, I can carry them until they are acquired.
That sounds good.
And if nobody sneaks up saying that they do want these right away, then Brian Druid is going to...
I'm detecting some dim magic from it, so... You know, it could have some interesting features, but...
And Brian Druid will store the fan that Chandrak has just finished looking at in his scales. Josh, do you know the weight on that?
I am looking it up.
Brian Druid.
So I think these are called war fans. And they are not on the combat and tactics table. Wait, there's Gunsen. I think Gunsen might be a war fan. Gunsen. Yeah, it is. Okay. Wow. A Japanese war fan. They were folding fans used by the average warriors to cool themselves off. Tessen were folding fans with outer spokes made of heavy plates of iron. Okay, so they're not metal. Or not,
Okay.
They're not paper, they're made of metal.
Yeah.
That's cool.
How do I spell that?
So gun, and then SEN. And the weight. Let's see. Gunson. They only weigh 1 pound. Weird. It does. Well, these do slashing damage. The normal one does bludgeoning and piercing, but this one does slashing damage. And the speed is 2.
That's a fuck boy.
Say again.
So that's his fuck boy.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you.
So, but you know they do katana damage, so. You can call it a Tengu Gunsen.
Okay.
So. Yeah, it's like both lighter and faster than a katana. But it does katana damage. Alright, anything else for Asher and Company? Matthias.
I guess I'll just kind of fall back into.
Okay. End of round. Is anyone gonna do anything else on this map, or are you gonna?
I'm just gonna detect the other one, and that's it.
Okay, so yeah, same thing. Dim magic.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Emanating from
afterward,
that
Brian Drew will
direction.
also store that.
Okay. And we can move right along to world maps. Adria. Central. So the storm is still going.
Oh, did you put the experience on there, or did I miss it?
I have not actually. Thank you for reminding me. Alright, so I'm going to do the 2 humanoid Tengu first. Two humanoid Tengu. They are worth 5,000 each. Number of player characters is 4. And then NPCs. Scrolling up to see what we had before. And it looks like it's off the tracker, or off the chat now. Fun group. Yeah. But I have the chat archive. So I'll go 1 page older. And search for group. Okay, I guess I didn't need to do that. On group.
Oh, I've got a screenshot.
10 NPCs. Number of creatures defeated was both of them. Hit dice per creature was 10. Warriors and bards in the party was 8. And then there was one Crow Tengu that was 5. Hit dice 1. Crow Tengu. The 5 hit dice one is 650. There are 4 player characters, 10 NPCs, 1 creature defeated, and 5 hit dice. Warriors and bards of the party was 8. And I'll put you guys onto the landing page so you can work that out. And let's take a 3-minute break. And we'll come back and do movement for the day. So 3-minute break starting now. Boom. Got about 50 seconds. And I'll put you guys on the the Central Adria map. Why isn't that working? Come on. There we go. And I think it was you guys get 11 miles of movement. Chat log. Party gets another 11 miles of travel through the forest after 1 p.m. encounter. Oh, well, after 3 p.m. encounter, because there were 2 encounters. Okay. Whoops. So you guys said you wanted to skirt the lake, or do you want to just kind of go around it as quickly as possible?
The ladder.
Yeah, because we can keep the boundary of the lake. I guess we can go diagonally at this point instead of south.
Yeah.
Southwest.
Gotcha. Okay. So you get 11 miles. So right about there. We'll call it good at 11.1. And there are no encounters all through the night.
Before midnight, Astro wanted to do something.
Okay, I will take you back to the landing page so you can work out which creatures are the slowest. Because I think there was someone who was going to start casting like Unfailing Endurance and all that.
Yeah, so Varinal, I already marked it as having been cast on that day. I just assumed to cast it whenever Chandrak caught up. Yeah, that's on the routine now.
Okay.
Astral goes up to Chandrak and says, "My son, you have asked a boon of me, and you have proved to be a stalwart companion. I will grant you this boon." And I don't remember exactly what it was. Chandrak, so if you want to tell me.
The limited wish?
Yes.
Yeah, so,
okay.
Yeah, so Chandrak says, yes, thank you, Astral. I was thinking, what I'd really think would be helpful is, I think you might be able to, switch around my, replace my dexterity with my charisma.
And he says, Isis has given me this power, and so it shall be. And he casts a limited wish.
Oh, for more... You get more dexterity that way. Let's see. So, second edition and Planescape and Planewalker's Handbook. Okay, cool. I can just search, find Tiefling. Page 78. So tieflings require 9
Pretty low,
charisma, 7 dexterity. Yeah. Looks like you're good.
So, can I change it in the notes section then now?
Yes.
All right.
And
Thank you, Ashrael. I think that helped me be much more evasive.
Keep those enlarges coming.
Oh yes, certainly. We've just been traveling, so I wanted to get rid of the small fry for you.
Yeah, I totally understand.
yeah, looks like everything's still legit for your race. Okay, yeah. You're able to stay as a tiefling.
Yeah. Prime requisite bonus. And actually, I have
for
some
thief,
stuff I want to do this night as well. I wanted Ryer. He's gonna come up to Shandrak to learn a couple more spells.
So your prime requisite bonus goes up to 10% on thief. So now you can gain thief experience at the same rate as your mage class.
So during the night, Ryer's gonna try to inner focus to increase his intelligence. Alright.
And looks like it's a no-go.
But he will try to roll his thaumaturgy.
1 second. Let me check his stats real quick. Okay.
Alright, fingers crossed. So, Chandrak will pull out some books, and Ryer will attempt to copy Fireball.
Okay, no bonus, looks like. That was casting Fireball, yeah.
That was the wrong.
So you got wizard,
spell.
Wizard abilities, learn a spell.
Alright, good shit.
Wow, nice. Yeah. Okay. Target number 60, you rolled 39. And you copied it from Chandrak's book?
Yeah, it's in one of my books. It's a 5-page Fireball.
5 pages. Very nice. Congratulations. You are a bard with Fireball.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
a
yeah.
gun.
He's got all kinds of firearms.
Yeah.
Right.
Flames will really be coming out of his fingers when he's strumming along.
So for our viewers and also Matthias, the copy spell allows you to attempt to learn a spell and copy it into your book without having to write it. Like, you magically copy it into your book. And if you fail to learn it, you don't waste the pages in your book. Like, you can just forego copying it.
Before the night ends, Anatar and Karangor will come up to Shandrak and say, Anatar will say, "Hey mate, you mentioned a couple of weeks ago, maybe us recharging your staff." And Karangor adds, "Are you currently content with your current condition of your staff, or should we assist you in the way that you asked?"
Yes, I was also thinking now is a perfect time for that. Sorry, so I just rolled and Ryer got magic missile too.
Nice.
Oh, because he has 2 copy spells?
Yeah,
okay.
He's got a read magic and 2 copies.
Very nice.
Now he finally has something useful for his spell levels.
So, yeah. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, so, so I know I'm confident that I can get 11 spell levels worth.
Okay, so let's see. Oh, there's Anatar. Okay. So, Anatar and Karangor will square off opposite of Shandrak, and start slinging spells at him. Anatar is going to throw a 5th level hold monster your way.
And Shandrak has his staff before him, ready to absorb spells directed at him.
Alright, hold on. Okay, so that's notes, daily routine, and edit. I gotta go down to the GM area. And this is your Staff of the Magi. Okay. So go ahead and... it was a what level spell?
5th level hold monster.
Okay. Okay. And then you said there was another spell?
Yep, he's gonna throw a second 5th level hold monster.
Okay.
And they'll look at each other and say, "If that is the extent of what you wish we..." And he looks at Anatar and he nods and says, "Have nothing at the remaining level that is offensive that you may absorb. So perhaps that is where we shall conclude the evening."
Yeah, I think that's good. If you have nothing else that you feel, that I think that's good for now. Tomorrow we can
Because you just need one more. You just need one more spell level, right?
One more for safety, but I think I would go a little more over that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I can throw like I can throw something at a 2nd level, but everything I have at 1st level is just utility.
Well, I mean, Karanglar usually has like lightning bolt. Can you throw like one of those at me?
It's a 3rd level.
I'd be alright with that. If you could do
cool.
that.
Yeah, he'll throw you a 3rd level lightning bolt. I do have other things above 1st and 2nd level, but I don't want to go any further than you're comfortable with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like shooting spells at Shandrak.
Pew pew pew.
How about? Can you do one more lightning bolt?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's try that.
What level's that?
3.
Okay.
So far we've done 2 5th levels and 2 3rd levels. I also have a 3rd level fly Shandrak if you need more at that level.
I think I'm comfortable here right now.
Awesome. They both, Anatar gives you a thumbs up, Karen Glor gives you like a really shallow bow, and they go about their business.
Ah, wonderful. Now we'll be able to do all sorts of tricks.
Well, I feel better as a player. I'm not gonna lie, I love that staff. I live in like low-level existential dread. Never gonna overload it.
I know. I think it's a good sweet spot right now. So I got, on my end, I got 16 charges written down. That's what I think.
Okay. And so nothing happens the rest of the night of October the 11th.
Oh, sorry. While we were resting, I did also want to I wanted to send a message to my follower Colt to get an update on that Grandmaster thing.
Oh yeah, thank you.
The Longsword Grandmaster, yep.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. And that's ascending?
Yes.
Alright, go ahead and type your message in chat. It's up to 25 words. And they get a 25-word response. And I think it's anywhere in the crystal sphere that you're in.
Yeah.
And then extraplanar stuff kind of gets wonky. Like there's stuff that can happen, right?
I think it's 5% per plane removed or something like that. Yeah, so Shandrak says, Colt, it's Chief. Safe at Kip. What is the status for the search of the Longsword Grandmaster? Ah, excellent.
All right. So back out to world maps. Adria. Central Adria.
Oh, we see the end of the lane.
Okay, so were there any mules or anyone on foot that did not get covered by?
And every single person in the party mounted on foot. Mount. Everybody's got unfailing endurance, which makes our slowest member probably a war horse at 22.
I can't think of one warhorse. Okay. Okay, because it is a heavy warhorse that has a base of 15.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that would be 22. How many miles until the party leaves the current terrain? Probably 25 miles-ish. What kind of forest was this?
Light forest.
Yep, light forest. Wow. Okay, during the day you're able to move 22 miles. And this is October the 12th. So random encounters. Special Oriental Adventures. Temperate. Forest. October 12th. 1185. In the fall. So the following day, I rolled Hurricane, but you have to get 2 days of Hurricane in a row for a Hurricane to proc. So it's still a storm with precipitation. So I'm just going to move the party to the end of the day's travel. Well, I better let you stay put for now. So 4 p.m. You guys are traveling through the forest. Counter maps. Temperate climate, temperate forest. So you find a part of the forest that has vines and daisies. And the storm is still raging hard as ever. So I'll turn the storm on here. And you're of course headed south. What? So everything is beautiful, lush, and green. The trees they're still only about 5 feet thick. At 4 p.m., the sun would still be up, so I'm going to turn daylight on. And I'm going to say because of the rain and whatnot, the forest is like really shady right now. So it's shady enough for most of you to have your infravision turn on. And there's a beautiful grass carpet with vines and foliage. Plenty of bushes to take concealment in. And what is this down here? There is a tent right there. So I'll delete
we've been
that.
here before.
Yeah.
We're going in
We're
circles.
going in circles, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Adria story arc. There we go. No. All right. And so they get a +0 to your surprise. You give them a +1 because there's more than 10 of you. You manage to get the drop on them, so one group is surprised. Encounter distance. Okay, so you guys are walking along, and Varen, you know, nobody noticed them until now, but Varen, about 25 feet away from you, you see 2 goblin spiders. And it looks like they might be like mating or something, and they're not paying attention to you.
Stop. You are about to foolishly wander into these mating spiders.
No, they're kind of behind you by this tree over here. Okay, so these they look like this. So their appearance is kind of weird. It looks like a huge furry spider that has a plump abdomen, 8 spindly legs, and 2 curving mandibles capable of grasping and crushing victims. Long fur that's black it completely covers their body. They have a dozen eyes arranged in 4 rows of 3, resembling those of a human. The eyeballs are black, and the pupils are white. So I got the color backwards.
Oh, good. That's creepier.
Yeah.
Looking at them, can I tell, or can Varen tell whether they are basically just like a large animal, or whether they're something worse, like a monster?
Something worse. They have human eyes. Yeah. They're...
Oh.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, they're pretty creepy. So what does Varen do?
Varen shouts out to the group. We are on the verge of ambush. Turn your eyes to the south or to the northwest, and behold the spiders that shall descend upon us. We shall lay waste to them. Ash was like, yeah, what he said.
Okay. So basically, la-di-da-di, everybody in the whole group gets 1 action. We're gonna do it instead of everyone rolling individual initiative. What I'm gonna do is grant you guys your base size initiative, and then you can just move your whole party and have them do whatever they want. So if everyone could roll medium base size initiative, that would be awesome.
I like that. That's fast.
And you said it was storming out, so there's no flying?
Correct. Unless, let's see, can't large creatures fly in storms?
I don't think so.
Let's see, wind effect.
Doesn't it depend on the speed of the wind?
Yes.
Well, it shows storm is 55 to 72. Winds in excess of 55 miles per hour drive all flying creatures from the skies, uproot small trees. Knock down wind structures, tear off roofs, and endanger ships. So, yeah, no one can fly during a storm. I guess it's gale where large creatures can fly. Winds in excess of 32 miles per hour
Right.
drive even man-sized creatures from the skies and cause minor ship damage. So, yeah, large creatures can fly during a gale, but not a storm.
I accidentally deleted Matthias trying to get him to roll, because when I grabbed him, I grabbed Shadow and stuff.
So you can always redrop your own tokens by going into the journal tab. And then if you go...
Okay.
Yeah. You literally have to drag the text of the character's name onto the board. Oh. And is anyone still rolling? All right. So it looks like first up is Asher's company.
Okay, so Anatar will turn and cast Old Monster in that direction.
All right.
Leave with 2. That's going to be a -2, but let's still have a look. Two or okay, it's a -1. They're safe.
All right. Save versus spell. Hold monster. The spell immobilizes from 1 to 4 creatures of any type within spell range and inside of the spellcaster. You can opt to hold 1, 2, 3, or 4 creatures. If 3 or 4 are attacked, each saving throw is normal. If 2 are attacked, each saving throw is -1. Okay. So these creatures, first they get magic resistance. Hold. No modifier. The one on the left fails magic resistance. One on the right fails. One on the left gets a saving throw versus spell at -1. Actually, -3 because they're surprised.
Okay.
The count is Warrior 9. So the one on the left is held. And I will add a red dot. Wait. Purple
Grapple.
dot. Well, they have a grapple ability, so I already have grapple on there.
Gotcha.
So spell and -3. Enter. Warrior 9. Enter. Not multi-class, not triple-classed. And the one on the right fails. And
Okay,
essentially
so-
combat is over because that spell lasts for 11 rounds. You can just walk
11
up and kill
rounds.
them. Yeah.
And that's what they're gonna do, yeah.
Okay. So, go ahead and move up whichever characters do that.
Aaron. Don't know anyone else is close enough. Let's see. I think Varen will take one and then just trust. The rest will trust their allies who are a bit closer to take the other out.
Okay. And you take them both out. And, coup de grace them. They're 3,000 each. So that's 2. Goblin, Spider. 3,000. 4 player characters. There were 10 NPCs. Both were defeated in the encounter. They had 9 hit dice, and there were 8 warriors and bards in the party. All right. Okay, so the party moves on. They obviously have no. Actually, I'll let you guys make that decision when you leave and when you won't. I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Anything else for Asher and company?
Asher does her best not to look at those crazy eyes and says, "Okay, good job. Let's go, guys."
They're pretty, pretty unnerving. Anything else for? Or sorry, Tenzi and company.
Not good.
We just encountered some of these a few days ago, and I remember Matthias had found a lair up in the trees, so we're going to go over where they are and try to look up in the trees and see if we can see one of their lairs.
Yeah, you see a funnel-shaped series of webs right up this tree where they were banging. Yeah, it's like a spider cocoon type thing. Two spiders having sex in the rain. Nothing more romantic. Blink, blink, blink. Blink, blink, blink.
So we'll call that out to Asher. I think last time she climbed up
I gotta
into.
go next to those gross things. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Tell Varen to kick him away. Yeah, so we'll just point it out, and none of us are really good climbers, and we can't fly, so leave it to Asher and Chandrak's team.
Okay, Shandrak and company.
Okay. Hearing that sound like there was some money to be had, Chandrak will come on over. And then he will attempt a riding check to jump off his horse near the tree.
And start a climbing.
Yeah.
So your cat's grace probably makes your climb checks pretty decent. This thing looks like it's about 50 feet up, so it's going to take 5 climb checks to get up there.
Okay.
And you pass your riding check, so you get your full move, which for you is a lot. So 12 squares times 2 because combat is over. Makes 24. So that's 120 feet. Cut in half because it's climbing. That gives you 60 feet. So you're able to get all the way up there if you can make the 5 climb checks in a row.
Sounds good.
So check number 1, thief skills, climb walls. It is a tree, so it's what, abundant handholds, I think. Yeah, brush or trees or ledges. So that, and then Shenrek doesn't wear armor of any kind, does he?
Nope.
Yeah, so leather or none. And then wet conditions, slightly slippery, wet or crumbling. Yeah. It's not slimy or icy, it's just wet. So it's slightly slippery. And you're not using any tools, are you? Like crampons or those Nikode?
No.
Okay. Alright, so you pass the first 10 feet. And that was abundant handholds, leather, slightly slippery, no modifier. You passed the second one. Okay, abundant handholds, leather or none, slightly slippery, no mod. Passed the third. Abundant handholds, leather or none. Slightly slippery. No mod. Matthias positions himself to catch any falling climbers. Okay. What that does is it actually you share the falling damage with them. It's like cut in half between the 2 characters. So if you can make your like strength check, because he might just fall right through your arms. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. So you make it 40 feet up. And let's see, climb walls. Abundant handholds, leather or none. Slightly slippery or wet, no modifier. Alright, you make it all the way up. And you get all the way up there, and it's like a funnel-shaped, like, nest type thing that's big enough for, you know, the 2 spiders and like a egg sac or something. And inside you can see like the skeletal remains of stuff, you know, like maybe a couple of wolves and some birds, like some crows or something, and maybe an iblis. I don't know how you pronounce that. And then there is a small chest inside.
Ooh.
And it's not locked, it's just latched shut. And you can easily, like, unstick it from the webbing and, like, pull it out. There's an opening. It's like, it's a nest.
Yeah, I'll pull a 3 and try to open it.
And inside it looks like there's a bunch of silver. And that's it. Nothing else. There's just silver.
Does it look like there's anything else in the nest?
Just the skeletal remains of other creatures, like a sucked dry wolf carcass and like a bunch of chewed on, crows, and maybe one of those crane iblis birds that they have in Adria.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Chandrak will close the chest, and he'll say, "Hey, look out down there!" And he'll try to drop it kind of on the to the east of the tree.
Okay.
I was hoping you'd say a bunch of baby spiders pop out.
I was hoping you wouldn't say that.
So they were mating, right? So the eggs aren't fertilized yet. You caught them in the middle of the act. A couple hours from now, you probably would have found like a clutch of eggs in there, but yeah, not right now. But yeah, so we're gonna do a save versus crushing blow.
Whoops.
On the chest. So it's. I'm gonna give it a bonus.
It looks like a slot machine.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a bonus of +2 because for one, it's raining, so that's gonna soften the blow, and then for two, it's earth that you're dropping it on, and the earth is wet, so it's probably gonna be +2. So let's see, saves, item save. It's gonna be thin wood, chest, crushing blow. Gonna give it a +2. Okay, the chest lands safely on the ground.
Nice. Chandrak calls down, just some silver jink in there. That's all I see.
Alright, anything else for Shandrak and company?
Nope, that was my full movement, so that's all for me.
Matthias.
I'll just stay in position in case, for safety purposes.
Okay, well he made all of his checks on the way up, so he doesn't have to check again on the way down.
Oh, he doesn't?
Nope. Once you make a
Yeah,
check...
feel free to count the silver.
I'll go grab the chest and I guess I'll start counting it.
Alright, it's a small chest. I think they're like, I don't know, like a foot by a foot. Let's see. Equipment descriptions. So small chest is 2 feet by 1 foot by 1 foot. And, it's like when you shake it, it's got some jink inside, and there's like a latch on it that you're able to flip open, and there's silver inside. And you're able to count out 100 silver on your during your round, and there's more left inside. All right, so end of round. First up is Asher and company.
Good job, Shandrak. And 3 people are dismounting. Asher is taking her time dismounting because she doesn't want to go next to those spiders if she doesn't have to.
Yeah.
And 4 people are coming over to count this round.
The eyes like start twitching.
I have 4 people counting this round.
All right, so you count another 400 for a total of 500, and there's yet more. Tenzia Company.
I guess Tenzi and Ashra will dismount. Zalman will ride Ruckus over there and then do a wolfmanship check to see if he can dismount.
Yeah, wolfmanship, yeah.
And he hops off and he will help count.
So just one more character?
Yep, just one more, yep.
All right. Shandrak and Company.
Shandrak will make his way back down onto the ground.
Yeah, you're able to like slide right down that tree.
Yeah. Whoo! And then brushes off spider webs on his hands and counts 100 silver.
All right. Matthias.
I will keep counting as well.
All right. End of round. First up is Asher and Company.
The rest of my people make it to the chest, so it is going to be 700 counted. If there is that much.
We're already at 800, and your other people get to the chest, and you count a grand total of 900 silver in the chest altogether. Kill 2 spiders, get 900 silver, and a free small chest.
Yeah.
Small chests will carry up to 40 pounds. So that's like 2,000 coins. All right. Anything else for Asher and Company?
Nope.
All right, Tenzi.
Tenzi divides up the silver between Zalmand and Ashriel. He takes the one odd one. And it's ironic we had a spider encounter because just before this happened, I got called to take care of spiders myself. So
Yeah. So you've had all kinds of spider encounters today.
and that'll be it for us.
All right. Shandrak Company.
Yeah, as Shandrak is kind of walking away to give his silver to his people, Ryer kind of rides up and says, "Oh, hey, do you mind if I keep the chest? I'd like to try to learn that hidden chest spell, so I think that would be a good chest to use for that. Anybody else want that chest?"
Asher shrugs. All yours.
Yeah, no material components on that spell, so you could use just any old chest if you want.
Cool. So Ryer will ride up, and next round he'll dismount and pick the chest up, and
Alright.
Shandrak just distributes silver.
Okay, Matthias. And don't forget, the rogues get experience for treasure, monetary values. And,
No, I'm good to wrap up the scene unless if you guys want to do other stuff.
I'm good.
All right, you guys want to wrap up the scene? Okay. So back out to. Oh wait. Find. What was it? October the 12th.
Yeah, it's been a day since we started, so I think it's the 12th.
Yeah.
Okay. So later on, actually, I'm going to take you out to yeah, 22 miles. Take you out to world maps. Adria Central. Gonna move you 22 miles. So you should be right at the edge of the desert, or almost to the edge, after 22 miles. Okay. 22.4 miles. So there's a little bit, there's a few more miles of forest to go. And you find a decent place to camp, which is gonna be encounter maps, temperate climate, temperate forest, gonna be right here. And why? You still. There we go. So you find a nice little bit of forest with like a creek, smaller rocks. And go ahead and set yourself up for first watch. It's going to be 8 p.m. Lighting, delay mode off. And right there. And actually, we can set up the camp next week. We're going to have to end the session right about there. And it's going to be a quick end of the session. Sorry, I really have to go to the bathroom. So bad.
No.
If we have any levels, we can take care of that first thing next week. And I'm going to cut it super short. So for our viewers, see if we have anyone to raid into. Yeah, we're going to raid into my buddy Skagus if he'll take raids. Which he does. So 10 seconds. And, oh man, I've got to go to the bathroom. Alright. Here we go, raiding in, and